They took his house. They took his school. They took his future. At just 12 years old, Michael lost everything. But what the world didn't know was that this broken boy was about to build an empire. Michael was only 12 when his world collapsed. His father, once a respected businessman, died suddenly, leaving behind not security, but silence, debt, and unanswered questions. The business that had fed the family for years crumbled within months. Creditors began showing up at the house, not to offer condolences, but to demand money. One by one, valuables disappeared, then rooms, then finally, the house itself. Michael watched his mother try to stay strong, smiling during the day and crying quietly at night. The pressure crept into Michael's mind. Once a bright and confident student, he became withdrawn, distracted, and fearful. His grades dropped, his teachers complained, and his classmates slowly drifted away. One day, the school called his mother and handed her a letter. It said Michael was no longer fit for the school environment and should be transferred elsewhere. That letter could have broken him forever. But his mother made a choice that changed everything. She never showed him the letter. Instead, she looked him in the eyes and said, "Your teachers say you are too capable for that school. They believe you deserve a place better suited to your potential." Michael believed her. That single sentence protected his self-respect at a time when everything else was being taken away. Soon, he was enrolled in a small, ordinary school with fewer resources and no reputation. It was nothing like his old life. Yet something shifted inside him. If the world had fallen apart, he would rebuild it, piece by piece, starting with himself.
Life in the new school was hard. Michael had no fancy books, no extra coaching, and no one expecting greatness from him. After school, instead of playing or resting, he worked. On busy streets, he polished shoes for strangers, hands blackened with polish, back aching from long hours of bending. Some people ignored him, some mocked him, and a few showed kindness. Each coin he earned felt heavy with effort. There were days when exhaustion made his vision blur, and nights when hunger kept him awake. Still, he studied. Under dim lights, he read borrowed books, repeating lessons until they stuck. Slowly, his confidence returned. Failure no longer scared him because he was already living through hardship. He learned discipline from routine, patience from waiting, and humility from service. While others complained about small inconveniences, Michael learned to value time, effort, and honesty. Teachers began noticing his focus. Classmates noticed his silence carried determination, not weakness. Years passed, and Michael grew not just older, but stronger inside. He understood something many never do. Circumstances can shape you, but they do not have to define you. The boy who once felt broken now felt sharpened. Every struggle had trained him. Every insult had toughened him. Every long day had prepared him for something bigger, though he didn't yet know what that was.
After finishing school, Michael didn't wait for opportunities. He created them. Using the little he had saved, he started small, helping people, learning how money moved, how trust was built, and how mistakes were corrected. He failed more than once, but failure no longer frightened him. He had survived worse. Over time, his honesty earned loyalty, and his work ethic earned respect. What began as a modest effort grew into a stable business, then into something far greater. Years later, Michael stood in an office overlooking the same streets where he once polished shoes. He had become a successful businessman, not by inheritance, but by endurance. When people asked about his success, he never spoke of luck.
He spoke of his mother's courage, of dignity in hard times, and of refusing to surrender when life demanded it. He knew now that losing everything had not ruined him, it had revealed him. The position he reclaimed was not just his father's legacy, but his own victory. Michael's story proves one truth. When life takes everything away, it may be giving you the chance to build something greater from within. If this story gave you strength, remember, you are stronger than your circumstances. Your journey is not over yet. Tap the next video on your screen for another life-changing story, and subscribe because your mindset decides your future.